Liberty Properties does operate independently from the Liberty Group, doesn't it?
Well, it operates in an it's integrated into Liberty. It is a Liberty Properties is a limited company, which is part of which is wholly owned by the Liberty Holdings.
So how much influence does Liberty Holdings management have over, for instance, yourself?
Well, quite a lot in terms of the properties themselves sit on the balance sheet of the Liberty Holdings, or the Liberty Life company, as it happens. So I have autonomy to make the decisions within the property area that are right. But of course, I'm accountable in terms of how I make those decisions from a governance perspective and also from a performance perspective. Because we make a promise to our investors. We promise them we're going to deliver a certain return. And so all the decisions I make have to have that in view. And I report to, I have a board, and I report also into the Liberty Holdings Exco, and give an account of my stewardship of Liberty Properties. So it's not quite, yes, we do have a degree of autonomy that allows us to make the decisions necessary, but we do operate in an integrated way to optimize the results for the investor.
Your property portfolio is some 18 billion rand in terms of size. And next time I'm looking for a barometer of what's happening on the ground, I'm going to come knocking on your door rather than pull an economist into the studio, because you've got those 7 regional shopping centres. Yes. You can tell us exactly what's happening on the ground around South Africa.
Well, the portfolio is a bit bigger than that. I think the direct portfolio is about 23 billion, just over 22 billion. But we do have investments give a bit of liquidity to the portfolio, so it's total around about 23 billion. However, I have responsibility within the Liberty Holdings group for the property as an asset class, so I'm also accountable ultimately for investments that are not part of our typical direct portfolio. So all told, if you add everything up, it's more in the region between 35 and 40 billion that
a hefty portfolio size. Coming back to my comment as a barometer of the economic environment, specifically in South Africa, as a result of those significant 7 regional shopping centres. Everybody wants to know what's happening to the South African consumer. Can you shed some light?
Well, the South African consumer was certainly battered and bruised through 2009 and the latter parts of 2008. I think the good news is that the consumer is still standing. I think people are being very careful about how they spend their hard-earned money, which is right. But what has been very encouraging is that despite the difficulties, a lot of our tenants their sales have held up. There have been patchy performances. I think we're looking forward to a much more positive 2010. I don't think we'll see a full recovery. We're not back to the 2006, 2007 rates of growth, but we are seeing indications that there's confidence coming back into the market. It will take some time. I think the unknown factor is what will really be the impact of the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup, this year. Obviously, we have invested with a view to there being knock-on impacts, positive impacts beyond 2010. We're not just looking to the 1 month. We can't bet our entire strategy on 1 month, but certainly we hope that there's going to be a strong feel-good factor that carries forward beyond July, on into the latter part of 2010, on into 2011, by which time we would hope that the world economy has seen some recovery, which generally would also impact on confidence and on consumer confidence.